Andrew Summers coming back at you with another mock. This time it is a military build, what I call the MTVR V2. Now, if you're familiar with those initials, that would be based off of the Oshkosh MTVR. That vehicle is currently in service with the United States Armed Services, I believe in the Marine Corps. And I just wanted to build a cargo truck somewhat like that, but with some of my own features to it, as you can see here. So for starters, on the model, kind of standard fare, you probably know this by now, but since it is a land vehicle, it has steering and suspension. So the front set of wheels, you can turn them back and forth like so. You can also wiggle them a little bit to go over obstacles. But since it is a cargo truck, one of my favorite features is the rear suspension, which is actually based off of, well, not based off of, but includes actual working Lego springs. So if I press on the back of the truck, it bounces up and down like that. Now, you may recall seeing a video quite a while ago of my my Chinese cargo truck, my fictional Chinese cargo truck, that is. And you saw the suspension system used on that. Well, this suspension system is actually very different from that in the fact that it's actual Lego-made spring pieces. Now, the Chinese truck I had used a system of rubber bands. This, on the other hand, it uses these pieces right here. Don't know what the part number is on them, but I've over the years or so, I picked up quite a few of these at a not just bulk brick. You know, you go to a convention, you're digging through the bulk brick, and you find these parts. So that's how I came across them, and I figured, you know, they would be excellent for a cargo truck, so here they are. Now, other features on the model, of course, you can't have a truck without opening doors. These ones, you can open them like so. Well, of course the rear one is always a pain in the ass to do, so I won't open that one. But there are opening doors right there. If you go to the back of the vehicle, there is an opening tailgate. So I can drop this down, and I can reveal bits of cargo here. If you're wondering what these cargo are, they're just random futury little bits I have. So I got a gas canister over here. Then there is, well, whatever this thing is. Alright, set that aside. And then you got these really cool, I guess, generators, maybe? I don't know, but there's two of them. The bed fits quite a bit of stuff. So I can take all of that out. And when I remove it, you can see that there's a spare tire in there. And then there's also this, I'd say, pretty neat bed structure. I can also drop down the sides. Don't really know what purpose that serves, but it's there. So buttoning that up, one more feature about the back, it also has a tow hitch right at the bottom there, so I can tow along various bits and bobs. Don't really have any trailers or anything, but if I did, I could hook them up to that. So the front, if you're kind of wondering what this here is, I'm not too sure myself. I think it's like a brush guard, a bumper guard or something, so you can push things along. I understand it's also like a winch thing or something, where the rope goes over the top end of it and that winches stuff in. I really don't know, but I saw it on several trucks while I was looking for inspiration online and thought, you know, that's a really cool feature, so I'm going to add it. The construction is based off of flex tube here and there, and also some minifigure hands. So nothing too fancy, but I thought it was a pretty neat detail. Now, if you wonder what other features this has, it has a nice opening hood with some engine detail. So if I raise my camera up, I can show you here. Alright, there we go. We are very low tech around here, so bear with me. Alright, let's see if I can do it. There we go, it's working with me today. Alright, so this has an opening hood, like I said. Now if you look inside, you can see the engine details in there. Got some cylinders, you got some fluid caps, and then you got, I guess, hybrid tech engine cover or whatever. So I like the opening hood on this. Now, in a previous version I had, the opening hood pretty much opened the entire front end of the vehicle. So all this stuff around, including the grille and everything, that all opened. This truck is actually a redesign of several I've had, and I don't know, I couldn't get that to work, especially with the camouflage pattern and everything. So I just decided, you know, let's just leave it at something very basic, opening hood, doesn't open anything else. It works, right? So, you know, why not? Even if it's perhaps a step back, we'll go with it. Now, other stuff, yes. There is, of course, a gunner here. He uses a brick arms weapon. So he's got a nice little turret ring he can shoot out of. And if you're looking at the roof here, I love the construction of the roof. Now, it's not necessarily my design. I've seen this technique being used by a lot of other builders online, and I like it. Basically, what you're doing here is you're taking angles. You know, you're taking and making angles. So you got some cheese slopes right here, and if I pull off this side view mirror, let's see if I can do that, you can see that there's a hinge brick right there. That hinge brick angles this structure here. Now the structure, of course, 1x1 clip, then you have a headlight brick with a cheese slope right there, and then you have another cheese slope right here. All that enables you to have this sort of snotted roof design. So you build the roof out using another cheese slope. I take off the smoke launcher here. You get another headlight brick, and then at the very end, if I take off another piece, by the time I'm done with this part, the vehicle will be nothing but pieces. But then you mount that on to another brick right here, and then that allows you to have a very nice roof line. And I also think it's really cool, the section right in here where just the cheese slope meshes up pretty much damn near perfect to the door. So I love that piece of design, and actually I use it on several of my other vehicles that you'll see upcoming in the next few weeks. And speaking of the roof, I can actually take the whole thing off. So when I take off the roof, you can see inside. And now I can open up the doors, actually. So there's the interior. Not much going on for it, but you can at least see that there is room for 4 figures. Driver, navigator, and then 2 passengers. And then I can just button it up by putting the roof back on like so. And then, of course, I've also got to attach everything else that I took off. Which isn't too big a deal, is it? I don't think so. Alright, let's do that. Smoke launcher's back on. Side view mirror back on. And there we go. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little review here of my Oshkosh MTVR V2. Fictional, of course. If you liked it, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Bye.